just about perfect. There it is. Welcome to Naperville. I really wish I had my microphone set up properly right now, because it's windy. Okay, this sounds fake, but the town of Naperville was founded by one Joseph Naper in 1831. Passing up their first chance to get a railroad, the town reconsidered in 1864 when the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy came through. They would be the main player in town for another 106 years until the Burlington Northern and later BNSF mergers. Throughout this time, the town has hosted its fair share of intercity and commuter trains. However, it wasn't until the suburban boom in the 1970s and 80s when the town's population exploded that it earned its spot as the second busiest Metra station outside of downtown. Route 59, on the border between Naperville and Aurora, is the busiest. I know this isn't a review of that station, but good lord, look at the amount of parking around it. It's like the park and ride final boss. By comparison, Naperville Station has very little parking, although still more than I'd like to see. Apart from the Amtrak and Metra, Burlington Trailways and Pace also serve this station. The 5:30 and 7:14 run every half hour, while the 7:22 is hourly. Pretty good for an outer ring suburb. But what about the Amtrak service, I hear you ask? Well, the station seats 4 trains per day. The Carl Sandburg and Illinois Zephyr to Quincy, California Zephyr to the Bay Area, and the Southwest Chief to Los Angeles. Like Lagrange, trains can only be booked to the west, although with more destinations to choose from, the station sees much higher ridership at 30,704 in 2024. At some point, 2 additional trains to the Quad Cities will roll through, but with the recent insanity in the federal government and that project's tendency to miss deadlines on a good day, who knows when that might happen. The station is perhaps best well known for being the site of the Naperville train disaster, when the Exposition Flyer rear-ended the Advanced Flyer at 80 miles an hour after the latter stopped due to technical issues. This resulted in 45 deaths, 125 injuries, and new rules regarding train speed and makeup. Most notably, this is the reason why passenger trains in most of the country are limited to 79 miles per hour. Above 80 requires some form of automatic train stop, and the railroads figured it was easier to just run them slower instead of making that investment. As for the station itself, it was constructed in 1910 by the CB&Q. The low, wide building with its beltline recesses hints of prairie school design, although very muted and mixed with neoclassical elements like, oh god, what do you call it? That pointy thing in the middle that the Amtrak sign sits on. Is there a name for that? I don't know. These elements clash with the more modern station awnings and underpass, which are somehow more run down than their older counterparts. This theme continues into the interior as well, with the walls comprising patchwork of old brick, beat-up drywall, and some modern tiling that presumably covers scuff marks on the lower third. The wood benches are of indeterminate age, and the floor is that textured vinyl tiling you'd see in a Wendy's in the 90s. The building isn't in bad shape, mind you, but it feels worn out. It could do with a complete remodel instead of the patchwork of fixes it's received over the years, something to give it a sense of consistency and maybe charm. The station has a fair selection of miscellaneous amenities: ticket agent and kiosk for both Metra and Amtrak, bathrooms, vending machines, seating, and apparently bag storage, even though this station doesn't offer checked baggage. Not sure how that works, but okay. Amtrak's website claims there's no Wi-Fi or ATMs, but I'm pretty sure it has the former, and dead certain it has the latter. The station is ADA compliant with 2 very long ramps to access the underpass and wheelchair lifts for train access. But of course, let's not forget about Metra service. On the heart of the BNSF route, it has 69 nice trips on weekdays and 36 on weekends. While probably not back to its 2018 average of 4,000 riders per day, Metra hasn't released any station data since then. The station is still a major center of activity. The whole time I was there was at least a dozen people milling about. All the more reason for this place to get some TLC. Well, there are no turds in that underpass, so it's automatically better than Septa. Anyway, I had a lot less time here than I thought I would. So before my train shows up, I'll just say give it a solid 7 out of 10. Land use is okay, service is great, Metra service is great, I should say. Amtrak service is fine, Pace service is fine. So, yeah, slightly above average. I think that'll about do it. Let me know if you disagree.